Hi, I'm Marie. I'm a web designer helping you create a website that's not just nice to look at but actually works for your business. A lot of my inquiries and clients get stuck at the very beginning. Like they don't know where to start, or they hear things like domain hosting, website builder, and it just gets confusing. I get that. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 4 basic things you need to understand before you even start building your website. So if you're a complete beginner, you're definitely in the right place. So yeah, let's start. First, your domain name. This is basically your website address, like your business.com. It's what people type when they're trying to find you online. And honestly, this part is important because this is your brand online. So you want something that's easy to remember, easy to spell, and not too long. If you can, try to stick with .com. It just feels more familiar and trustworthy for most people. Avoid using too many numbers or random characters. Keep it clean and simple. Usually, I tell people just go with your business name if it's possible. If not, you can add a small word like .studio, .co, or .online just to make it work. Now, you can register your domain on platforms like Namecheap, GoDaddy, or Google Domains. Personally, I recommend Namecheap, and just to be transparent, I do get a small commission if you register through my link. But honestly, I wouldn't recommend it if it wasn't good. It's more affordable compared to most platforms. It's really easy to use and the setup is super quick, which is perfect if you're just starting and don't want anything complicated. Also, quick tip while you're here, make sure your website has HTTPS and not just HTTP. You'll usually see a little lock icon beside your domain. The difference is HTTPS means your website is secure, HTTP not so much. So if your site doesn't have HTTPS, browsers might even mark it as not secure, which doesn't look good, especially if you're trying to build trust. Most platforms and hosting providers already include a free SSL certificate, so you don't really have to stress about it. Just make sure it's turned on. So yeah, don't overthink it too much. Pick something simple, clear, and align with your brand. And you're good to go. Okay, next, hosting. This one sounds a bit technical, but it's actually simple. Hosting is basically where your website lives online. Say, if your domain name is your address, your hosting is the actual house. So when someone types your domain name, your hosting is what loads your website and shows everything. Your text, your images, your pages, all of it. Without hosting, your website literally has nowhere to exist. Now, how does it work? Your website files are stored on a server, which is just a computer that's always online. So, anytime someone visits your site, that server sends your website to their screen. That's it. Nothing too crazy. Now, when it comes to choosing a hosting provider, just keep a few things in mind. First, reliability. You want your website to actually stay online, not randomly disappear. Second, speed. If your website loads too slow, people will leave. Simple as that. And third, ease of use, especially if you're a beginner. You don't want something complicated. Some popular hosting providers you can check are Hostinger, Bluehost, or Namecheap. Personally, I usually recommend Hostinger or Namecheap. And just to be transparent, I do get a small commission if you sign up through my link. But honestly, I recommend them because they're beginner-friendly, affordable, and easy to set up, which is exactly what you want when you're just starting. But quick heads up, you don't always need to buy hosting separately. Some website builders already include hosting, which honestly makes things a lot easier. I'll talk more about that in the next part when we get into website builders. For now, just remember this. Your domain is your address, your hosting is your home. And once you understand that, everything starts to make sense. So we're on to website builders. This is probably the part you'll actually enjoy. A website builder is basically the tool you use to create your website. This is where you design your pages, and add your text, upload your photos, everything. Most of them are drag and drop, so you don't need to code or be super techy. You just click, move things around, and build your site the way you want. Now, how does it work? Instead of building a website from scratch, the platform already gives you layouts or templates. So, you just customize it. Change the text, swap the images, adjust the colors, and you're good. Some of the most popular website builders right now are Wix, Shopify, and WordPress. Now here's something really important to understand. Some builders already come with hosting included. For example, with Wix and Shopify, once you sign up, everything is already set up for you. So you don't have to think about hosting at all, which honestly makes things a lot easier if you're just starting. But WordPress works a little differently. With WordPress, you usually connect your own hosting, like Hostinger or Namecheap, which means there's a bit more setup in the beginning. But in return, you get a lot more flexibility and control over your website. And this is also where tools like Elementor come in. It's a drag and drop builder for WordPress that makes designing your site so much easier, especially if you don't want to deal with code. And just to be transparent, I do have an affiliate link for it, but it's something I recommend because it really simplifies the whole process. Now, when it comes to choosing the right platform, it really depends on what you need. If you want something quick, simple, and beginner-friendly, Wix is a great place to start. If your main focus is selling products, Shopify is built specifically for e-commerce. But if you're thinking long-term and you want more control, more customization, and a website that can really grow with your business, WordPress is honestly one of the best options out there. Yes, there's a bit of a learning curve at the start, but once you get the hang of it, it gives you so much freedom compared to other platforms. At the end of the day, there's no one perfect builder for everyone. It really comes down to your goals, your comfort level with tech, and how you want your website to function. So, start with what feels manageable for you, and you can always improve, upgrade, or switch as you grow. Okay, last one. And honestly, this is where everything starts to come together. Branding and design. This is basically how your website looks and feels. Your colors, your fonts, your images, your overall vibe. But here's the thing. It's not just about making your website look nice. A lot of people focus too much on design. Like it looks good, but it's actually confusing to use. Good design is really about clarity. When someone lands on your website, they should quickly understand who you are, what you do, and how you can help. If they have to think too much, they'll probably leave. Now, before you even choose colors or fonts, it actually helps to understand your brand personality first. This is basically the vibe of your brand. Are you more minimal and calm, bold and confident, warm and friendly? Because your design should match that. And if you're not really sure what your brand personality is yet, I actually have a simple brand personality quiz that can help you figure that out. So, when you're starting, keep it simple. For your colors, stick to maybe 2 to 3. For fonts, 2 is more than enough. Seriously, you don't need to use everything. And for your layout, just make sure it's clean and easy to follow. Give your content some space. Don't try to fit everything all at once. And if you want to make things easier for yourself, you can create a simple brand style guide. It might sound a bit technical, but it's really just a small guide where you list your colors, your fonts, and the overall look you want, so you're not guessing every time you design something. Also, think about your audience. What do they need to see? What would make them trust you? Because your website isn't really for you, it's for the people you want to attract. And one more thing, consistency. Your website, your social media, your visuals, they should all feel connected. Same vibe, same look. That's what makes your brand feel more professional. But you don't have to make it perfect. You just need to make it clear and align with you. Because honestly, a good website isn't the one that looks the fanciest. is the one that just makes sense. So yeah, these are the 4 basics you need to understand before building your website. Once you get this, everything else becomes so much easier. If this helped you, don't forget to subscribe for more simple website tips and guides.